Hello, my name is Dale Wilhite. I'm right now in Waikiki, Hawaii. If you want to find anything about me, go to MySpace or uh, Twitter or Facebook where I have accounts. This here deals with homeless vets, and I wanted to pitch an idea that's a few years old that I've written about before. That if it was enacted and became a reality, um, we could help take a lot of homeless vets off the street and give them a place to live, possibly putting many back to work, getting many medical help and psychological help that they need. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position where I can make that a reality, but so the most I can do is just pitch the idea, and I'm going to pitch it again. Simply put, to help the many homeless vets that we have in this country, here is what our government could have done, and I wish the Bush administration would have done it. I don't think the Obama administration would ever even consider it, but I'm going to pitch it anyway. Here's what I would do. Let me just put it this way. Here's what I would do if it was within my power. I would take some of our military bases that have been closed down, ones like Fitzsimmons in Aurora, Colorado, which I was actually born at Fitzsimmons Army Medical Center in '60. And before I go on to that, they had a Lowry Air Force Base there. Lowry Air Force Base only had a clinic, so if big medical stuff, the Air Force personnel had to go over to the Army base. So I'll just clear that up. Anyhow, I would take a base like that if I'm correct, it's been closed down, and I would have turned it into a base that would take care of homeless vets, treat their medical ailments, give them psychological help, in the old Fitzsimmons Hospital there. I would have taken the barracks, dorms, and I would have placed homeless vets in there to sleep, giving them a little bit more privacy than they'll certainly get in the street or some homeless shelter. And I would have taken that base, and I would have converted it into strictly a place for homeless vets to have a place to stay. Of course, they wouldn't be homeless anymore, and to help them get back on their feet, and to even provide jobs for them to do on that base. A lot of these homeless vets are not, are not men, and I would assume now women that are incapable of working. These are some professionals that we're talking about here, and I'm not talking about just people that professionally go around killing or had killed before. These are vets that have quite a few skills, and they could be used on that base there. Those that don't, they can have open up a BX, a commissary. They can have all kinds of stuff, having these vets work every day when they can, if they're able to. Do you see where I'm getting at? We could have taken a number of these closed down military bases, and we could have turned them into places where we can get these vets off the streets if they want to come there. And if they have problems working, the psychological, the physical, well, on a base like that, they can't get fired because they're going to be, the people on there are going to work with them. There'll be air policemen on there, yeah, but they're not going to be there just to throw you in jail, like they would now. They're going to be there to help these guys out, to get them back on their feet. And these bases would reduce the level of poverty in this country as far as our homelessness in this country. And this would certainly take away those who lie that there's all the time about homeless vets. And this would be a way to show them that they have not been left by the American government or by the American people alone. Because that's how a lot of vets feel. They feel they've been left alone. I'm sorry I'm not a great communicator, so I'm trying to pitch this idea the best way that I know how. In other words, they haven't been deserted. Right now, homeless vets and a lot of veterans feel that they've been deserted by the American government. Even the Bush administration, seemed to have deserted them. And that's how a lot of them felt. And these were, very conservative vets that say that. They just feel the government is not very appreciative to what they have done for the country. And sometimes you don't believe the American people do either. There are certain people in the country who don't appreciate what the military does. But here's the way we could help the vets, is take some of these military bases that have been closed down, reopen them, bring homeless vets there, give them a place to live, give them where they can have a closed shower, have a nice bed to sleep on. I'm not talking about some army bunk. I'm talking about a bed, a real one, like almost one I got here in this room. And see how many of them we can get back into society, who can go back to work. They go to work right there on the base. They'll have to come up with something that's a little creativity. With a little creativity, they could do that. And you have medical staff there, You're going to have psychiatrists there because remember, not all homeless vets are having psychological problems. A lot of homeless vets are just people got down on their luck. I had an uncle that was fought in Vietnam. He got sprayed with that Agent Orange, and he died some years back from that Agent Orange. Well, when he came back from Vietnam in '69, he was an alcoholic for the rest of his life up until the day he died. He didn't get any help from the military, and he didn't start getting any benefits about a few months before he died. And all of a sudden, VA said, "Oh yeah, we'll give you some benefits." I know because I took him down there to the courthouse in Port St. Joe, Florida, to help him fill out the paperwork. But they waited till the last minute. If I were in charge, this is what I would do. And if you care about the homeless vets, you can pitch this idea, maybe better than I can, probably anybody do it better than I can, to your congressional representative and tell them, why don't they do this? Why don't they take some of these closed down bases, bring homeless vets that want to come there to get help, open like the Fitzsimmons Hospital back up. I believe it's still open, but I don't know if it's for the military anymore. But bases like that, and give these homeless vets a place to live. Get them back on their feet. Some of them will get back on their feet. A lot of them might get back on their feet and may be able to go out and be productive citizens. But they shouldn't be living under bridges if they don't have to. And we have the means to help them out. We just don't have the will. And we just don't have people in government that really give a bleep. You know, we just throw them away, you know, once they come back from war. This is how it can be done. You know, we have all these military bases open now, you know, and we're closing some down. Well, let's keep some open and let's do that. And we can really show the vets of America that we appreciate them. And we're not going to leave you under a bridge. This is how we're going to help you. You want help, we'll take you to this base here. We'll give you a room. We'll give you a shower. We'll give you a bed. Ain't going to cost you a dime. And we're going to help you get back on your feet. And if you have psychological problems, we'll help you. If you have an alcoholic problem, we're going to help you. We're going to work with you. We're going to get you working. We're going to put you back to work. If you ain't got no clothes, we'll get you some clothes. We'll use taxpayer money. Most taxpayers are not going to complain. And we'll buy you some nice clothes so you can get a job. But until you get a job off that base, we'll put you to work on the base doing something. Something with dignity. Not digging ditches or washing dishes. But something that gives you some dignity. And that's what we could do for our American vets. Unfortunately, we don't have people in the government that got enough brains to come up with ideas like this. It's a very simple, very basic idea. I pitched it before. A lot of people like it, but the people that want to hear this are not the people are not going to listen. We live in a society where only our government listens to people from Yale and Harvard and Colgate and Crest and Pepsi and whatever. They don't listen to you and me because we're nothing. They just want to listen to a small group of people who, because they went to some $100,000 a year college, somehow that makes them the brightest America has. Well, let me tell you something. Some of the best ideas in America come from all throughout America. You don't have to be rich. You can be a poor person. You can be black, white, yellow, red. It doesn't make any difference. You may be a woman with 10 kids, you know, living in poverty. What, you don't have a good idea? You're not capable of pitching a good idea that would be beneficial to a lot of people? The best ideas in America is all over America, and they come from all walks of life and all kinds of people. But we got a government that only listens to a small group of people. They're not listening to you and I. This is a very simple idea, and it doesn't take very much to come up. Didn't take much to come up with it. But yet they don't have ideas like it up there because they're listening to these Harvard, Yale people. No disrespect, but these are not the best in America. The best in America is all over America. Anyhow, please pitch this idea to your congressional representative if you really believe this is the right way to go, and maybe we can start getting these homeless vets some help. They really need some help, and we can give them that kind of help. I just wish God would give me the power so I can make it a reality, because this is one of the top things on my agenda if I ever had my way. Thank you for your time, and from Oahu, Hawaii, I'm going to be here 2 more days, and then I'm heading back to Florida. Then looks like I'm going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So I'm going to be making more videos. This is about my 178th video, I think. I'm going to make about 750. Thank you for your time. Bye.